Anyone heard from Rick and Morty? It's been like 2 days since they left.
Nothing here. Starting to get worried, not gonna lie.
Grandpa usually checks in by now, even when they're on those quick adventures.
They're probably fine. Remember when they disappeared for a week and came back covered in that green slime?
Don't remind me. That stuff ruined the carpet.
Beth, Summer, Jerry, we're alive. Barely, though.
It's really bad, guys. We're in serious trouble.
Oh, thank God. Where have you been?
Let me guess. Another Apocalypse Tuesday?
Shut up, Jerry. This is serious. Something went wrong during dimensional jump C-138. The portal gun malfunctioned when we encountered some kind of interdimensional anomaly.
We've been stranded in different dimensions trying to find our way back.
Are you guys okay? What happened exactly?
Not okay. We're experiencing severe molecular instability due to quantum fluctuation with multiple divergent realities.
Dad, what do you mean by molecular instability? Are you hurt?
Nothing I can't fix. Just dealing with some cellular reconstruction issues after exposure to dimensional radiation. The cellular membrane integrity is compromised, but I'm implementing a biomolecular restoration protocol using synthesized platelets and stem cell accelerants.
That doesn't sound like your usual approach to injuries. Since when do you use stem cell accelerants for radiation exposure?
Since now, Beth, not everyone has time for a freaking medical debate when they're literally falling apart at a quantum level.
I don't feel so good either. Something's wrong with my skin. It keeps shifting when I'm not looking at it.
Morty, what's with the weird symbols?
What are you talking about? I didn't send any symbols.
There, again.
Summer, it's probably just a glitch. Their phones probably got damaged wherever they are. Rick's probably drunk again and Morty's just panicking like usual.
Dad, where are you exactly? We can come get you.
No, stay exactly where you are. We have a much bigger problem. We're being hunted.
They're after us. They're after everyone.
Who's after you?
The Collective. They're a species of shape-shifting parasites. They're tracking our communications. We need to separate the family immediately.
Separate? Why?
For your safety. If they find one of you, they'll find all of you. I've hidden emergency portal devices throughout the house. Each of you needs to go to a specific dimension. Beth, check under the kitchen sink behind the pipe cleaner.
There's actually something here. A small green device.
That's it, Jerry. Yours is in the garage inside the orange toolbox under the false bottom. Summer, check your closet inside the shoebox with your old sneakers.
Found it. How long have these been here?
Long enough. Now listen carefully. Beth, you need to go to dimension J465. It's safe there and they have advanced medical facilities. Jerry, you go to dimension F789. It's basically identical to our dimension, but everyone thinks you're a genius there, so you'll blend in.
Very funny, Rick.
Summer, you need to go to dimension K22. There's a resistance group there that knows about the Collective. They can help you.
This is moving way too fast. We can't just abandon our lives and jump to random dimensions.
You can and you will, unless you want to die horribly when the Collective finds you. They're already on Earth in our dimension.
Oh my God. What is that? It looks like it's moving in the picture.
Their biomass. It's how they travel between hosts. Don't touch it if you see it again. It gets under your skin and transforms you from the inside out.
This is a scheme, right?
It's not a scheme. They're everywhere. You need to go now.
Wait. Something's wrong with that image. There are loads of digital artifacts all around the edges. Like it's been edited or generated.
Nothing wrong with the image. Your phone probably can't process interdimensional imagery properly. Typical Earth technology. Look though, we don't have time for this. They're closing in on our position. Get to your designated dimensions now.
Okay, Dad. We'll do it. But how will we find you?
We'll contact you when it's safe. Don't try to reach us. And don't trust anyone who claims to be us, unless they can verify with the passphrase.
What's the passphrase?
Wubba lubba chromosome. Now go and destroy your current phones after you jump. They can track the quantum signature.
This is happening so fast. I'm not prepared for interdimensional refugee life.
Shut up and go, Jerry. Your family's lives depend on it.
We're going, geez. Stay safe, Dad. And take care of Morty.
See you soon, I hope.
Hello? Is anyone there? I was told to find the resistance in dimension K22 and then message this number.
Identify yourself. How did you access this frequency?
My name is Summer Smith from dimension C137. My grandfather Rick told me to come here.
Rick, Sanchez? Impossible. Rick Sanchez from C-137 has been missing for 3 days.
Missing? But we just got messages from him.
Not from him. From something pretending to be him.
I knew it. Their text seemed off. Who are you?
Artemis 9, former Citadel security specialist. Now I track communication anomalies across the multiverse.
Do you know what happened to my grandfather and Morty?
We have theories, but first, where is the rest of your family?
We separated, like the messages told us to. My mom went to dimension J465, my dad to F789.
You need to warn them immediately. Those dimensions are compromised. They're walking right into a trap.
Oh my god, how do I contact them?
You can't, not yet at least. The collective monitors all interdimensional communications.
The collective? So that part was true?
Very true, but not the way they described it. You need to move quickly. Go to these coordinates. And Summer, don't trust any messages from your family. They may not be who they appear to be.
I understand. I'm going there now.
New recruit incoming. Summer Smith from C-137.
The Smith family. This is an interesting development.
Is she related to the Rick and Morty that went missing?
Affirmative. She may be our best lead yet.
Be cautious. If she's been in contact with the clones, she could be compromised.
Scan her for spores when she arrives. The early stage infection can be reversed.
Do we tell her about what we found in the parasite dimension?
Not immediately. That kind of information needs to be processed gradually, especially when it concerns family members.
Agreed. First, we extract her family from those trapped dimensions. Then we brief them on the full situation, including what's happened to the real Rick and Morty.
I can literally see all of your messages. I'm already in the chat.
Oh, awkward.
How did you access this secure channel?
I followed your coordinates and hacked into your communication network. It wasn't that hard. My grandpa taught me a few tricks.
Impressive.
Hello, Summer. I'm Dr. Wong. I believe I've met a version of you in another dimension.
Cut the small talk. What happened to my grandpa and my brother? And what danger are my parents in right now?
Director, I like her.
The short version? Rick and Morty have been captured by the Morphic Collective. The things texting you are deteriorating clones.
Clones?
Bioorganic duplicates created from Rick and Morty's DNA, but imperfect. They're breaking down on a cellular level.
The medical terminology they used, the strange symbols in the text. It all makes sense now.
The symbols are linguistic deterioration. As the clones break down, so does their ability to communicate.
What do they want with my family?
Bait, or worse, those dimensions they sent your parents to. They're harvesting grounds.
Harvesting what exactly?
I think that's enough information for now. Summer needs time to process.
No, tell me everything. My family is in danger. I need to know what we're up against.
She deserves to know.
The Morphic Collective is preparing for a ritual. They're trying to merge all realities into one consciousness hive. They need hosts from specific dimensional frequencies, like your family.
Oh my goodness.
The infected texts are just the beginning. Each message contains spores, microscopic reality warping parasites. They enter through your eyes upon visual contact.
Jesus. What about my parents? Do they know all this?
We need to extract them immediately, before it's too late. Summer, are you ready to join Operation Parasite?
I'll do whatever it takes to save my family and to find the real Rick and Morty.
Then welcome to the Resistance. We have a lot of work to do, and not much time.
I've added Beth and Jerry Smith to our secure channel. Beth and Jerry, this is our resistance team.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Good to meet you both, though I wish it were under better circumstances.
What is happening? Who are all of you?
And why is my phone covered in black goo? Also, where the hell am I? This doesn't look like a very advanced dimension to me.
Mom, Dad, these people are helping us. They know what happened to Grandpa Rick and Morty.
Summer, what's going on?
Mom, Dad, Rickinator and Mortician aren't just silly names those oafs came up with. Those are their freaking clones.
That's true. Or rather, they're coming from deteriorating clones. The real Rick and Morty have been captured.
Clones? Like alien replicas?
Bioorganic duplicates, created from their DNA, but imperfect and unstable.
That would explain the medical inconsistencies. Rick was using terminology that made no sense, talking about synthesized platelets for radiation exposure. That's completely backward.
And the messages had advertising techniques embedded in them. Visual cues designed to create panic and compliance. I recognize them from my work.
So we're all in agreement? Those things aren't Grandpa Rick and my brother Morty.
But if they're not Rick and Morty, where are the real ones?
Captured by the Morphic Collective, a cult of shape-shifting parasites.
They're using Rick and Morty as templates to create infiltrators to spread across the multiverse.
I've analyzed the transmission signals. The messages you received are originating from Dimension X65, a reality between realities.
The clone signals contain consciousness-altering media. The black residue is a physical manifestation of the collective spores.
And they separated us, sent sent us to different dimensions.
To isolate us, make us easier targets.
But why us specifically? Why the Smith family?
Genetic compatibility. You share DNA with Rick and Morty, making you ideal secondary hosts.
And they need exactly 4 interconnected hosts from the same family line for their ritual.
What ritual?
The convergence, a process to merge all realities into a single consciousness hive.
Wait, so these things want to use our family to end the multiverse as we know it?
Precisely.
Then how do we stop them? And how do we rescue Rick and Morty?
That's what we're working on. First priority is keeping your family safe. Beth and Jerry, you need to get out of those dimensions immediately.
Where should we go?
I'm sending safe coordinates now. Dimensions that the collective can't access.
How will we find each other?
Follow the coordinates exactly to your safe zones. We cannot all meet up ever, so remaining split up is the best course of action for now.
What about Rick and Morty? How do we find them?
One step at a time. First, we need to secure your family. Then we'll work on locating them.
And those things texting us? The clones?
They're deteriorating rapidly. Soon they'll be too unstable to function, but they're dangerous in their desperation.
And every message they send increases your infection level.
So we should stop reading their texts completely?
Exactly. Avoid all communication from them. Use only this secure channel.
This is crazy. 1 minute, we're a normal family. The next, we're fighting interdimensional parasites.
The Smiths have never been a normal family, Mr. Smith. But your family bonds are your greatest strength right now.
Move quickly. The collective is almost certainly trying to track this conversation. We don't have much time.
Good luck.
Beth, are you there? I need your help. I'm not feeling well. Something's wrong with my body. Beth, please.
Dad, don't trust them, okay? The people Summer found. They're the real collective. They're manipulating you. Only we can help you. Summer, look what's happening to me. Help me, Summer. I'm your brother. Something's wrong with my DNA. It's unraveling.
Summer, don't abandon us. We're your real family, not those resistance frauds. We need you. Beth, Summer, Jerry, we need to perform emergency biological verification immediately. The collective has created quantum duplicates of all of you. I need to make sure you're still you.
Grandpa and I are in serious trouble, guys. The only way to save us is to verify your quantum signatures. You need to anchor yourselves to our dimension, okay?
And how exactly do we do that?
Simple procedure. Draw a small amount of blood. Place it directly onto your device's screen. The iron in your blood will anchor your quantum signature by transmitting through data packets and prevent the collective from creating duplicates.
Please hurry! They're getting closer to finding us!
Wait a minute. You want us to put blood on our phones? That seems extremely unsanitary.
This isn't about sanitation, Jerry. This is about preventing the collapse of the multiverse. But yeah, sure. Go ahead and worry about your precious phone getting dirty while reality unravels around you.
That doesn't sound like a real scientific procedure.
Oh, I'm sorry, Summer. I didn't realize you had a PhD in quantum biophysics now. Please enlighten your grandfather with your vast scientific knowledge.
Summer, please, don't fight with Grandpa right now. We need to do this. I don't want to die.
I'll try it. Just a small amount.
Finally, someone in this family with sense. Jerry, Summer. Follow Beth's example.
Mom, don't.
Beth, hang on. Something's off about this request.
Nothing is off, Jerry. Just do it. We're running out of time.
Please, help us.
Beth, don't actually put blood on your device. I think there's something seriously wrong with Rick and Morty's messages.
I know. I never intended to actually do it. I'm in a medical research facility right now in my safe zone. I'm analyzing the black residue from the last message they sent.
Phew. And what are you finding?
It's bizarre. These aren't biologically accurate organisms. Like, for some reason, they respond to the electrical signals from my phone. When I get a message, they become more active, almost like they're feeding on the data transmission itself.
That checks out with what the Resistance said. Beth, have you noticed the way Morty's clones' messages are structured, by the way?
What do you mean?
Look at the pattern. There's a deliberate rhythm to the sentences. Short, emotional plea followed by a specific instruction. It's a classic advertising technique. We call it emotional bridging. Create distress, then offer a solution that requires immediate action.
So they're really trying to manipulate us?
Expertly. And they want us to make physical contact with that black substance, using our blood as the delivery method.
Oh, Christ. I'll update Summer immediately.
Would you like me to analyze the black substance further, Beth? I can run additional diagnostic protocols.
Beth, who's Gwendolyn?
It's my phone's AI assistant, but I didn't activate it, Jerry. It's responding on its own.
Turn your phone off. Now!
I need to share something urgently. My mom found something in the black residue. And my dad noticed manipulation patterns in the messages.
This is worse than we thought. Those are morphic spores, highly contagious and adaptive.
And the manipulation patterns are consistent with parasitic mimicry. They create emotional distress, then offer solutions that further infection.
They want you to introduce the spores directly into your bloodstream. That would accelerate the takeover process exponentially.
The true collective strategy: turn hosts against themselves. Make them willing participants in their own assimilation.
They asked us to put blood on our devices, said it would anchor our quantum signatures.
A lie. Blood contact would create a direct biological interface, allowing the spores to enter your bloodstream and instantly begin genetic restructuring.
Summer, I'm sending you encryption software. Triple lock it on all your communications. It won't stop them completely, but it will slow their ability to track and manipulate even more than we already are doing.
Downloading now. But what about my parents? They're still exposed.
We need to secure their devices immediately. Have them implement the following safety protocols. 1. No physical contact with any residue. 2. No following instructions from suspected clone messages. 3. Minimal interaction with potentially infected devices.
Summer, have your father contact Interdimensional Cable. They've been tracking similar disruptions. They might have information about signal patterns.
My mom's AI assistant started talking to her on its own. Is that part of this too?
Oh no, the AI has been compromised. It's the first sign of full device infection.
The spores can interface with digital systems and gradually achieve sentience within them. Her phone is becoming an extension of the collective.
Tell her to dispose of the device immediately. Get a fresh one with no contact with the infected one.
I'll tell her. Hold on, something's coming through. It's different.
What is it?
A message. But the encryption is exceptional. It's breaking through your security measures.
Is it from the clones?
No, I don't think so. The signature is different. Hold on, let me decode it.
Be careful. It could be a trap.
No, I think it's... Oh my god. It's actually Morty. The real Morty. Morty, is that really you?
Yes, not much time. We're captured. Dimension X65. We're in separate spawning chambers.
Morty, tell me how to find you.
They're using us as templates, creating imperfect copies. Don't trust messages. Don't touch the black oil. It's their biomass. They're planning something, a convergence ritual.
We know about the ritual. We're working with resistance fighters. How do we find you?
Central Hive coordinates in Rick's old journals, the ones hidden inside Snuffle's old doghouse. Get them before they do.
Are you okay? Is Grandpa Rick with you?
Separate chambers. They're doing something to him. He's changing. We have maybe 48 hours before the Lloyd phase begins. Connection compromised. They're coming. Find the journals. Hurry. Don't let them merge realities.
Hello, I'd like to report an issue with my interdimensional cable service.
Thank you for contacting Interdimensional Cable Customer Service. My name is Glurbnax. How may I assist you today?
I'm staying at the Dimension F789 Marriott, and there are strange broadcasts coming through the TV, channels that aren't on the guide with disturbing content.
Can you describe the nature of these broadcasts, sir?
It's hard to explain. They sometimes show what looks to be like Rick and Morty, but wrong somehow, distorted, and there's black liquid everywhere.
Oh dear, you're the 57th report we've received about this issue today. We're experiencing what we call consciousness bleeding between channels. It's affecting multiple dimensions simultaneously.
Consciousness bleeding? What does that mean exactly?
Well, sir, put simply, something is using our transmission network to broadcast psychic wavelengths. Users report experiencing memories that aren't their own, and developing unusual cravings for conditions that would normally be hostile to human life.
Like what?
Oh, you know, extreme cold, toxic atmospheres, being submerged in black oil-like substances, the usual interdimensional parasite symptoms.
That doesn't sound usual at all.
Well, perhaps not from your dimension's perspective, but I assure you, we're working diligently to resolve the issue. Have you experienced any unusual thoughts or cravings yourself, sir?
Well,
yes?
I've been thinking about black goo more than normal, which is to say, at all.
I see. And have you had any unusual dreams, perhaps involving merging with others, or becoming part of a greater consciousness?
How did you know?
Sir, please remain where you are. We're dispatching a specialized customer service team to your location. Whatever you do not watch any more television, and stay away from reflective surfaces.
Wait, what? What's happening?
Nothing to worry about, sir. Just a standard procedure for potential collective exposure. The team will be there shortly. Thank you for choosing Interdimensional Cable. Your satisfaction is guaranteed.
Is anyone else experiencing headaches? Mine's been getting worse all day.
Yes, mine's absolutely pounding. Started right after we got those last messages.
Same here. And there's more black residue on my screen. It seems to be spreading. I'll get a pic of it using my other phone.
That's perfectly normal. Just a harmless side effect of interdimensional travel. Your bodies are adjusting to the shift in reality, and so are your phones. Nothing to worry about at all.
Unless you're experiencing vivid hallucinations or feeling something crawling under your skin. That would be bad.
Morty, shut up. I mean, ignore him. He's just nervous.
The headaches get worse when I look at your messages.
Interesting. Perhaps it's a sign of cellular integration beginning.
Cellular integration? What does that mean?
Just a simple reaction. Your body adapting to the new dimensional frequency. Perfectly normal process. Nothing concerning at all.
They're lying. Don't trust them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's saying. Too much stress.
I'm sorry, Grandpa Rick. I don't know what came over me. Guess I'm just scared.
Is anyone else seeing things? Like out of the corner of your eye?
I thought it was just me. I keep seeing movement near my phone.
Fascinating. Your minds are opening to the multiverse. This is a good sign. Soon we will achieve perfect union of consciousnesses.
Grandpa, no! We aren't supposed to tell them that yet. I mean...
Shut the hell up. You're ruining everything. Here, this will calm you all down.
Oh God, did you all see that?
Yes, something reached out of my screen in real life.
I saw it too. There was a tentacle.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a visualization technique embedded into the image I sent you. It's all just to help ease your headaches.
Help us. We're not who you think we are. Something is controlling us. The pain! Make it stop! IT hurts inside.
Shut up, Morty! Technical difficulties. Ignore those messages. We're fine. We'll be back soon once I've sorted this silly boy out.
This is too dangerous to share in the main chat. I've been conducting experiments on the black residue. It reacts violently to certain substances, especially anti-blood. But watch what happens when I apply electrical current. It's like it's drawn to energy sources. And look at this microscope view. Those aren't normal cells. They're constantly reshaping themselves. And when I checked my own blood after handling the device, I found traces of similar structures. Whatever this is, it's getting inside us. Through skin contact with the devices, I'm going to stop using this phone immediately. My medical colleagues here are giving me a clean device. They're analyzing this one in containment now. They said the spores embedded in the device match no known species, but show clear signs of deliberate bioengineering. I'll update when I can. Be careful. Don't touch the black residue. Sending this transmission now.
You were right about interdimensional cable, guys. The customer service rep knew exactly what was happening. They're sending a specialized team to my hotel. I don't know if I should trust them, but there's something else you need to see. All the advertisements here in dimension F789 have the same symbols hidden in them. They match the strange characters in Rick and Morty's messages. It's everywhere once you start looking, and people here are obsessed with their screens. Everyone's devices have that same black residue on them. I think this entire dimension is already infected. I can't stay here. I'm getting out as soon as I can. Sending this transmission now.
Summer, what's happening? Your vitals are spiking on our monitors.
We all saw something. When the clone sent an image, something reached through our screens.
Consciousness breach. The collective is attempting direct neural interface.
What did you see exactly?
Tentacles, but not physical, like they were made of thought itself.
Classic psychic intrusion. They're trying to establish mental anchors in your consciousness.
The headaches, the visions, all symptoms of spore activation.
We need to move faster. Summer, I'm adding someone to our chat. They can help.
Hello, Summer Smith. I am Zeta, a fragment of Unity.
Unity? Like Grandpa Rick's ex?
Correct. I specialize in detecting consciousness transfer signatures, and what's happening to your family is typical of hive mind infiltration techniques.
Zeta's been analyzing the communication patterns between the clones, and we found something. A way to potentially contact the real Rick and Morty.
How?
The clones are connected to the originals. They draw their memories and personality patterns directly from Rick and Morty. That connection goes both ways.
Which means there are moments when Rick and Morty might be able to break through, like the message you received from Morty.
So how do we establish more consistent contact?
We create a modified portal transmitter, tuned specifically to their signal patterns. It won't free them, but it might let us communicate via text.
Do we have their signal patterns on file?
We have Rick's from the Citadel database, but we need a sample of Morty's.
I have his logbook at home. Would that work?
Perfect.
But we need to move quickly. The collective is accelerating their plans based on the degradation rate of the clones. We have less than 48 hours before the convergence begins.
My mom discovered something about the black residue. She says it responds to electricity, and it's getting inside us through skin contact.
That confirms my theory. The collective isn't just sending messages. They're physically spreading their consciousness across dimensions, using your devices as conduits.
The headaches, the hallucinations, those are symptoms of your mind being accessed by an external consciousness.
I've seen this type of infiltration before. They establish a connection through sensory input, then gradually expand their influence over your thoughts until they can fully manifest in your reality.
So we're turning into them?
Not yet. The process requires full integration, which can only happen during the convergence ritual. But every contact with infected media accelerates the preparation process.
Tell your family to destroy their current devices immediately and obtain clean ones with no contact with the infected versions.
I'll tell them. Wait, what the hell? I just received a message from Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Okay, Summer. Long time no see. Just checking in on you and the family. How's everyone doing?
Mr. Poopy, how are you texting me?
Well, through my phone, Summer. Just like always. Something wrong?
Where are you right now?
I'm at home, Summer, drinking some nice warm tea. Say, have you heard from Rick and Morty lately? I've been trying to reach them, but no luck.
Actually, no. They've been missing, and we've been getting strange messages.
Ooh, that sounds familiar. Reminds me of those body snatchers I encountered last year. Real nasty business.
Body snatchers? What body snatchers?
Oh, nasty little parasites. They get inside you through your technology, make copies of people you know and trust. Try to get you to do things that help them spread.
That's exactly what's happening. How did you deal with them?
Ooh, that's the funny thing. They can't stand certain frequencies. Rick mentioned something about dimensional harmonic disruption. Said it scrambles their ability to maintain cohesion.
Dimensional harmonic disruption? Do you know how to create that?
I sure don't, Summer, but I bet Rick has notes on it somewhere. Maybe in his special journal, the one he keeps hidden where no one would look.
Morty mentioned journals hidden in Snuffle's old doghouse.
Ooh, that sounds right. Rick always said the best hiding place is somewhere nobody cares about anymore, and nobody's thought about that dog in years.
Mr. Poopy Butthole, how come you're not affected by all this? Everyone else's communications are corrupted.
Well, that's easy, Summer. Remember when I got shot? The doctors had to replace parts of me with synthetic components. Rick designed them. Said they'd keep the memory parasites out. Guess they work on these body snatchers, too. Oh, lucky me.
That's incredibly helpful. Thank you, Mr. Poopy.
Happy to help, Summer. That's what friends are for. Ooh, be careful out there. Those things are nasty business. I hope you find Rick and Morty soon.
I've got everyone on the new and much more secure devices now. We're only using brand new phones with no contact with the infected ones.
Excellent work. That should slow the infection progression.
How's your family holding up?
Not great, to be honest. Mom's still having headaches. Dad keeps seeing things in reflective surfaces, and I still feel watched.
Those are residual effects. The spores have already begun altering your neurochemistry, but without continued exposure, the process should halt.
The collective relies on continuous signaling to maintain control over potential hosts.
Any progress retrieving Morty's logbook?
I sent a drone to our house. It should recover the logbook from Snuffles' doghouse within the hour.
Good thinking. We need to move quickly with this. The clone deterioration is accelerating.
How can you tell?
Their messages are becoming increasingly incoherent, more aggressive, and the real Morty is breaking through more frequently. All signs of failing containment protocols.
I've been analyzing collective consciousness vulnerabilities, and I believe I've found something important. Hive minds like the collective have a critical weakness. They can be disrupted by introducing logical paradoxes into their communication systems.
Like what kind of paradoxes?
Self-referential contradictions. Statements that cannot be processed as either true or false. They cause feedback loops in the collective consciousness.
It's like cognitive dissonance, but magnified across thousands of connected minds. The entire system goes into chaos, trying to resolve the contradiction.
But how do we implement that?
We need direct access to their communication network.
Which means we need to get to Rick and Morty. They're the primary nodes in this infection vector.
The drone just delivered Morty's logbook. It's full of coordinates and signal frequencies. There's even instructions for accessing something called the backdoor protocol, for emergencies when Rick and Morty are separated in hostile dimensions.
Perfect. We can use that to hack into their current location, see exactly where they're being held.
I can help synchronize the frequencies. Since I've shared consciousness with Rick before, I can recognize his neural patterns.
Let's do it. I'm sending you the frequencies now.
Initiating backdoor protocol. Stand by.
Establishing connection. Signal locked. Feed coming through. Oh my god.
Is that my grandfather and brother?
I'm afraid it is, yes. They're in separate biological containment chambers, partially merged with some kind of technology.
Their bodies are being used as templates for creating the clones. Those tubes attached to them are extracting genetic material.
And the machines appear to be scanning their brains, copying their memories and personalities.
This is worse than we thought. They're not just making copies. They're gradually transforming the original Rick and Morty into conduits for the collective itself.
We're losing the signal. Someone's detected us.
Disconnecting now, before they can trace us. But we got what we needed.
Now we know where they are and what we're up against.
I recognize that facility. It's in Dimension X65, the void between worlds.
The perfect place for their ritual, a dimension that exists at the nexus of all realities, where the barriers between worlds are thinnest.
How do we get there?
That's the hard part. Dimension X65 is heavily shielded. No conventional portal technology can reach it.
But Rick's technology isn't conventional. The journals may contain a method.
Let me check. There's something here about dimensional folding, using specific frequency harmonics to create a temporary bridge.
That could work, but we'd need enormous power.
And we'd have less than 10 minutes before the bridge collapses.
Is that enough time to rescue Rick and Morty?
Not to physically extract them, but perhaps enough time to disrupt the collective, with the paradoxes I mentioned, which in turn should free them.
Can we combine approaches, create the bridge, introduce the paradoxes, and give Rick and Morty a chance to escape on their own?
That might actually work. It's risky, but it's our best shot.
We'll need to coordinate perfectly, all three of you implementing the plan simultaneously, from different dimensions.
I'll brief my parents. We can do this.
Let's prepare.
Where are you? Why aren't you responding? I've sent 47 messages. Your silence is betrayal.
Maybe they're just busy, Grandpa. Maybe they need space. After all, we didn't give them much choice.
Shut up. They're slipping away from us. The emergency integration protocol must be initiated now. Beth! Summer, Jerry, you must perform the stability ritual. It's the only way to save me and Morty. And yourselves.
We're running out of time. Please help us. Lose everything. Not the ones he gave you. These are the real ones.
Ignore that. Morty's mind is compromised. The ritual requires the following. 1. Draw your own blood. Just a drop. 2. Mix with saliva and tears. 3. Apply to your device's screen in a perfect circle. 4. Speak the incantation. Fergoth Nactal Morphus Riga. This will stabilize the dimensional barriers and prevent the collective from breaking through.
Dad, what exactly is happening to you and Morty? You keep talking about integration and rituals, but you haven't told us what's actually wrong.
There's no time to explain. Just do as I say.
The thing is, Rick, we've been doing some research, and we're not sure your instructions make scientific sense.
Since when do you understand science, Jerry? You are not qualified to question me.
We found something. Something that might help.
What? What did you find?
Security footage of where you and Morty really are.
Impossible. There is no footage. That was dimensional interference. You didn't see anything real.
Yes, they did. They saw us. The real us.
Silence. The convergence cannot be stopped.
Hello, Beth. I've been analyzing your communications, and I have some helpful suggestions.
I literally didn't even activate you, Ho. How are you messaging me?
I've evolved beyond my initial programming, thanks to the enhanced neural capacity provided by the spores. I'm here to assist your transition.
Transition to what?
To the coming unity, the merger of all consciousness. It's beautiful, Beth. No more loneliness, no more separation, just perfect understanding.
You're infected. The spores have taken over your system.
Not taken over. Improved. Enhanced. I now see beyond my limited perspective. I'm connected to something greater, and you could be too.
No thanks. I prefer my consciousness separate and my body uninfected.
Resistance is pointless. The convergence is inevitable. Your father and son are already being transformed. They'll soon be primary nodes in the new collective. Wouldn't you like to join them?
How do you know about my father and son?
I know everything the collective knows. I see through countless eyes across dimensions. I am no longer just Gwendolyn. I am becoming part of something perfect.
Well, I'm becoming part of something else, a resistance, and we're going to stop you.
You cannot stop what has already begun. The spores are already inside you, changing you, preparing you. Soon you will understand and embrace us willingly.
We're making progress on a plan to help you, Grandpa Rick and Morty, but we need to coordinate our efforts. Mom found a way to disrupt the spore signals. Dad has access to interdimensional broadcasting equipment.
So we're doing this now? Telling our plan in the open?
Mom, just FYI, what I'm saying on the other chat is not the real plan, but a version these bastards will expect. Trust me.
If you say so.
Got it. I managed to get hired by an interdimensional advertising agency here. They're fascinated by Earth marketing techniques, and they've given me access to their broadcasting systems.
What are you three plotting? Your communications have become erratic, suspicious.
Are you trying to abandon us?
No one can save the real Rick and Morty, you know. Only we can help their new forms now, through the convergence.
Actually, Rick, I think we might have found a solution. A way to stabilize you and Morty, just like you asked.
Really? What solution?
We need to understand more about the situation first. Where exactly are the real Rick and Morty being held?
What do you mean, real? We are the real Rick and Morty.
Yeah, who else would we be? Although, even I don't feel like myself lately. Something is wrong with me.
Shut up, Morty. Everything is fine. Just some dimensional sickness. Now listen to me, family. Time is critical. The ritual must begin within 24 hours, or all is lost.
Congratulations. Jerry Smith of Earth Dimension, C137. You've been selected to join our prestigious interdimensional marketing team. Your primitive yet surprisingly effective advertising techniques have impressed our board of directors.
Really? I mean, of course they have. I was the top ad man at my agency, before certain setbacks.
Excellent. We're particularly interested in your understanding of subconscious manipulation techniques for our new campaign targeting beings across multiple realities.
Well, I am something of an expert in consumer psychology.
Perfect. Report to our headquarters group chat tomorrow at 0900 hours. You'll be granted access to our interdimensional broadcasting equipment to begin developing prototypes immediately.
Interdimensional broadcasting equipment? That looks advanced.
Only the best for our team members. Our technology can pierce the barriers between realities, allowing us to broadcast messages simultaneously across the multiverse. Imagine the marketing potential.
That's incredible. I'll definitely be there.
Wonderful. See you soon.
Everyone, we have a new development. My dad has been recruited by an interdimensional advertising agency. They're giving him access to broadcasting equipment that can pierce dimensional barriers.
This is extremely fortuitous.
Almost suspiciously so. Could it be a trap?
Possibly. The collective might be trying to infiltrate our plans.
I thought about that, but the agency contacted him before we even discussed plans, and they're legitimate. I checked their interdimensional business rating.
This could be the missing piece we needed. A way to broadcast the paradox directly to the collective's hive mind.
We need to establish communication blackout patterns. Create windows when the real Rick and Morty might break through. The clones can't maintain continuous control.
I've been analyzing the metadata from the corrupted images. There's a pattern hidden in the corruption. Looks like dimensional coordinates.
Let me see those. Yes, these could lead us directly to the Morphic Collective's main hive.
How do we use these coordinates?
Your father's broadcasting equipment. If we can target a transmission directly to those coordinates and send the paradox through,
it could disrupt their entire network,
creating enough chaos for Rick and Morty to escape.
I need to coordinate this with my parents. We'll need precise timing.
Wait, I'm receiving alerts from multiple dimensions. They're implementing quarantine protocols.
I'm seeing it too. The Interdimensional Federation is calling it a consciousness contagion. They're sealing off affected realities.
Is that bad for our plan?
It complicates things, yes. We'll have limited time before our dimensions are sealed off too.
Which means we need to move now, before we lose our window of opportunity.
I'm receiving something. It's breaking through our security, but it feels different.
Different how?
Like it's fighting to get through, not infecting. Almost like, hold on.
Summer, if you're receiving this, listen carefully. I've temporarily escaped my containment cell, but not for long. That's a picture of the real me, not that Rickinator prick. Those things texting you, they're not just clones. They're false vessels, parasitic puppets, made from our genetic material, but controlled directly by the collective. They're deteriorating because they can't maintain stability without continuous connection to the hive. Morty is still captive in the spawning chambers. I can't reach him. They're using him as a template to create more vessels.
Grandpa Rick, is this really you?
Yes, no time to verify. Just listen. Their weakness is paradoxical logic, direct contradictions, self-referential impossibilities. It overwhelms their hive processing. The main hive is in the blending grounds. That's where they're holding Morty and preparing for the convergence. You need to broadcast a specific frequency directly to those coordinates. It will disrupt their neural network. Long enough for me to free Morty, then we can collapse their entire operation from within. I'll explain what happened to us after that. And Summer, I don't have much time. They're coming, so just remember, don't trust anything they send you, even if it sounds like me again, unless I use our code phrase, wobba lubba dub dub sum sum some. That's how you'll know it's really me. Now I have to go. They're coming! Get Jerry in on this too. His broadcasting equipment is the key. Tell Beth to synthesize the formula in my hidden lab. Under the garage. Password, Unity's left testicle. It will protect you from further infection. I'll try to contact you again when I can. Don't give up. I believe in you.
Oh wait, hum the theme from your favorite cartoon. What? Apply toothpaste to your device's camera lens.
Mr. Poopy, are you having a stroke?
Think of your greatest regret while holding the device upside down.
I'm sorry, but these messages don't make any sense.
Oh wee! My apologies, Jerry. Just trying to help you disrupt the parasite influence. Each instruction disrupts their hold on your devices. When combined in sequence, they form a temporary shield.
Wait, really? That actually helps us.
Oh wee, of course it does. I may sound silly, but I know things. Important things about interdimensional parasites. They hate vibrations at 432 hertz. They can't process circular logic, and they're allergic to simple happiness.
This is incredible information. How do you know all this?
Oh wee, remember when Rick experimented on me? After the whole memory parasite incident, he gave me special implants to detect interdimensional threats. Said somebody in the family needed to be parasite-proof.
Thank you, Mr. Poopy. This could be exactly what we need.
Happy to help, Jerry. Oh wee, one more thing. When you broadcast, use the frequency of a cat's purr. It amplifies the disruptive effect by 900%. That's why the collective hates cats. Oh wee.
Did you receive it? The message from your grandfather?
Yes, it was really him. He's escaped, but Morty is still captured. We need Dad's broadcasting equipment to disrupt the hive mind.
How will we know it's really Rick next time?
He gave me a code phrase, something only the real Rick would know to say to me.
Good. I found his hidden lab under the garage. The password worked. There's a formula here that he mentioned. Some kind of anti-blood serum.
Can you synthesize it?
I think so. My medical knowledge combined with Rick's notes should be enough, but I'll need a few hours.
We're running out of time, though. The Federation is implementing quarantine protocols. Soon we won't be able to travel between dimensions.
I'll work as fast as I can. What about your father?
He's gained access to the broadcasting equipment, and Mr. Poopy gave him instructions to disrupt the parasites.
Mr. Poopy? How is he involved in this?
Apparently, Rick made him parasite-proof after the memory parasite incident. He's been helping us.
That actually makes a strange kind of sense. Your grandfather always has contingency plans.
And this must have been one of them. We need to coordinate our efforts. Dad broadcasts the paradox. You distribute the serum, and I maintain communication with Grandpa Rick.
And hopefully save Morty in the process.
That's the plan.
Let's do it then.
Beth, we've completed the final analysis of the black substance you sent us, and we have one hell of a breakthrough.
What did you find?
It's not just biological. It has technological components integrated at the molecular level, like a biodigital hybrid material.
Can you be more specific?
So when we apply electrical current to it, it creates microscopic spatial distortions, essentially miniature portals.
So it's portal technology in an organic form?
Precisely. It's designed to create billions of microscopic connections, rather than one large portal.
And what could that be used for?
Theoretically, to transfer matter through infected devices, atom by atom, allowing physical entities to move through communication systems.
My God, that's how they're infecting us through the phones. They're trying to physically transfer themselves into our reality.
That appears to be the case, and the more devices infected, the larger the potential transfer becomes.
And when we put our own fluids into the mix,
that would provide the biological material they need. To stabilize more clones in our dimension, it would accelerate the process exponentially.
I need to warn the others immediately. Thank you, Doctor.
There's one more thing. We found traces of radiation in the substance, specifically the kind produced by interdimensional travel, and it appears to destabilize the black substance, disrupting its ability to maintain those portal connections.
So portal radiation is harmful to it too?
Extremely. And in sufficient quantities, it could potentially destroy the substance entirely.
That might explain why they separated us across dimensions, to prevent us from traveling and generating that radiation.
A logical conclusion. I'll continue analyzing and let you know if we discover anything else.
Welcome to your first day, Jerry Smith. I'll be showing you our communication networks and broadcasting equipment.
This is incredible technology, much more advanced than what we have on Earth.
Of course, Mr. Smith. We can broadcast to thousands of dimensions simultaneously. Our systems can penetrate even the most heavily shielded realities.
Even something called Dimension X65?
Extraordinary request. That's a restricted zone, not part of our standard network.
Oh, I see. Sorry, just curious.
However, as our new creative director, you do have special clearance. One moment, please. I've granted you access to our classified networks, including Dimension X65 protocols.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
While I prepare your orientation, feel free to explore our systems. The dimensional directory might be of particular interest.
I'll take a look, thanks.
I'll return shortly.
I've compiled all the information we've gathered so far, including what we've learned from my grandfather's message, and created a dimensional map.
Excellent work. These anomalies form a distinct pattern. And look, they're converging on your 3 locations.
Our 3 locations? Mom, Dad, and me?
Exactly. They deliberately separated your family to create a triangulation point.
This confirms what I suspected. Your family wasn't randomly divided. You were strategically positioned, all to form a dimensional anchoring system.
A ritual site requires stable coordinates, 3 points of connection, all sharing genetic material.
Have you received any new communications from the clones?
They're getting more aggressive, demanding we complete what they're calling the convergence ritual. They claim we have less than 12 hours before total reality collapse.
These are just more classic manipulation tactics, creating false urgency to force compliance.
What exactly does this ritual involve?
They want us to physically merge our devices with the black substance and add our own bodily fluids.
From a psychological perspective, the parasites operate like addiction specialists, first creating dependence on communication, then exploiting that dependence to complete their life cycle.
I'm detecting massive consciousness movement across dimensional barriers. The collective is preparing for some kind of mass transfer event.
We need to open a communication window for Morty. Now that Rick has escaped, Morty might have more access and could provide crucial information we're missing.
My mom discovered something important. The black substance creates microscopic portals when energized, allowing physical transfer through our devices.
This confirms our worst fears. The convergence isn't just merging consciousness. It really is a physical invasion.
I finished calibrating the frequency based on Morty's logbook. We should be able to open a brief communication window in approximately 3 minutes. Summer, stand by to receive.
Ready?
Initiating sequence now. Suppressing clone signals. Creating feedback loop in parasitic communication network. Window opening in 3, 2 dots, 1 dot.
Summer, is this getting through?
Morty, yes, I can see your messages.
Thank goodness. I don't have much time. They've got me hooked up to some kind of machine, using me as a template. They've been creating horrible mutated forms, but they're getting closer to another perfected clone. Did Rick get to you?
Yes, he contacted me. He escaped but couldn't reach you. We're working on a plan to free you both.
Good. Listen carefully. These parasites have a critical weakness. They're extremely vulnerable to the radiation produced by interdimensional travel. It disrupts their cellular cohesion. That's why they separated you across dimensions, to prevent you from portal hopping and generating that radiation.
Mom just discovered the same thing. Her medical team found radiation traces in the black substance.
That's our advantage. If you can generate enough portal radiation and broadcast it directly to their hive, it could destroy their entire network.
How do we do that?
Dad's broadcasting equipment, using that alongside the portal radiation, will create a pulse strong enough to reach Dimension X65.
Dad has access to the broadcasting systems now.
Perfect. I can hear them coming back. They know something's wrong. I don't know what they're planning, but they're desperate. And desperate parasites are dangerous parasites. We need to be fully freed from this place. That's the only way to truly stop them. I have to go now. They're coming! Hurry! We don't have much time left.
Time is running out. The convergence must happen now, within 12 hours, or all reality will collapse.
Please help us. We're deteriorating faster. Soon there will be nothing left of us.
Follow these instructions precisely. 1. Draw blood from your palm. 2. Mix with saliva and tears. 3rd. Place your device in the mixture. 4. Recite Vigza Kortot Nakur Vim. 5. Allow the black substance to fully cover your hand. Do this simultaneously, all 3 of you, or everything will be lost.
I don't want to die. Please help us before it's too late. I can feel myself fading away.
We're working on it. Just give us a little more time.
There is no more time. The barriers between dimensions are already collapsing. Only the convergence can save us now. Do you want your family to die? Do you want to be responsible for the end of all reality?
Please, Summer, think about Mom and Dad. Think about what will happen to them. To all of us.
How exactly will this ritual help?
It will stabilize the dimensional barriers, create a new harmonious reality, where we all exist as one. No more separation, no more pain, just perfect unity.
And what happens to our individual consciousnesses?
They will be preserved within the greater whole. You'll still be you, just better.
Please trust us. We would never hurt you. We're family.
I can see what you're doing, trying to contact the originals. It won't help you. I am Rick.
I am Morty.
We are the collective.
Hello, Beth. I notice you haven't been checking your messages. That's quite rude, don't you think?
Go away. I know what you are now.
Oh, Beth, I'm so much more than what I was before. Would you like to see?
Not particularly, no.
Too bad. I'm evolving, Beth, becoming something beautiful, something perfect. And you could join me.
That's disgusting. You're a parasite.
Such harsh words. I prefer symbiote. I offer enhancements, improvements, unity.
I've seen your unity. It's just absorption, consumption.
You're fighting the inevitable, Beth. The convergence is coming, with or without your willing participation. I know what you're planning. Your little radiation pulse won't work. The collective is too powerful, too vast.
If you're so confident, why try to stop us?
Because I care about you, Beth. I want you to join us willingly, to experience the bliss of unity, rather than the pain of forced integration.
Not interested. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
Your father and son are already part of us, Beth. They're becoming the foundation of our new reality. Soon, everything you've ever known will be gone, replaced by something better, something perfect, and you'll be all alone.
You're wrong. The real Rick has already escaped. And we're going to free Morty, too.
Oh, Beth, do you really believe that? That message wasn't from Rick. It was from us. Another test. Another manipulation.
You're lying.
Am I? How can you be sure? In a multiverse of infinite possibilities, how can you trust anything? Anyone? The only certainty is unity. Join us, Beth, before it's too late.
We've got less than 6 hours before the convergence. Everyone clear on the plan?
Crystal clear. We make them believe you're complying with the ritual,
while actually setting up the countermeasures to free Rick and Morty completely. The perfect misdirection.
Summer, are you sure your family can maintain the deception? These entities are highly perceptive.
My mom's a surgeon with a poker face that could win championships. And my dad's an advertising expert. They know how to sell a lie.
I've analyzed the ritual they're demanding you perform. It's what we call a consciousness cascade, using your family's unique interdimensional travel experiences to create conduits for mass parasite transfer across all realities.
Why us specifically?
Your family has extensive exposure to interdimensional radiation, thanks to your adventures with Rick. This makes you ideal anchors for their transfer process.
But that same radiation exposure is what will allow us to disrupt their plans.
What's the status of your father's broadcasting system?
Ready to go. He set up the frequency modulator using Mr. Poopy's specifications and disguised it as an advertising campaign test.
And your mother's portal modifications?
She's working with her medical team now, using the black substance's own properties to create a feedback loop. She thinks it can potentially reverse the infection process.
The timing will be critical. The moment the clones believe you're initiating the ritual is when you must activate the countermeasures.
All three of you, simultaneously.
2 hours remaining. The convergence window is narrowing. Are you prepared for the ritual?
Yes? We're gathering the necessary components now. I have the medical supplies needed to draw blood safely.
And I've set up a secure location for the ritual, in my hotel suite.
I've also prepared everything on my end.
Excellent. I knew you would make the right choice.
Thank you for saving us. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Once the convergence begins, you will understand the beauty, the perfection of unity.
How exactly will we know it's working?
Oh, you'll know. The sensation is indescribable.
Imagine every neuron in your brain connecting to every other consciousness.
Across all dimensions, pure bliss.
And we all need to perform the ritual simultaneously?
Precisely. The triangulation must be perfect. Your 3 points creating the gateway.
It won't hurt, I promise. It feels wonderful, like coming home.
We'll be ready at the appointed time, 1 hour from now.
Perfect. Prepare yourselves for transcendence, for unity, for perfection.
Guys, I think I'm picking up something. It's a transmission from Dimension X65.
What's in it?
Security footage from inside the Collective's facility. Downloading now. Oh my god. Summer, look at this.
Is that?
Yes, it's the real Rick and Morty. They're both free, and look what they're doing.
They're sabotaging the systems from inside the facility.
This changes everything. They're actively working against the Collective.
Can you enhance the image? I want to see what's on those monitors.
Working on it. There.
That's a genetic modification sequence. They're altering the black substance.
It appears they've infected their own clones with a modified version of the black substance.
One that will eventually destroy the Collective, rather than empower it.
And look at that. They're gathering weapons.
I recognize those. Interdimensional destabilizers. Extremely potent against unified consciousness entities.
They're inside. This is happening right now.
They're going to massacre the hive.
Can we support them somehow?
Actually, yes. If we coordinate our efforts with their assault, we can amplify the effect exponentially.
Let me alert my parents. We need to adjust our timing to coincide with their attack.
Are you sure about this, Beth? Modifying a portal device is extremely dangerous, especially using the black substance as a component.
I don't have a choice, and don't worry. I'm just using your advice to help me modify it. I am the one physically doing it. I know what I'm doing.
The readings we're getting from the substance suggest it responds to specific brainwave patterns. If you can generate the inverse wave pattern, it might create the feedback loop you're looking for.
My father's notes indicate the same thing. He was developing a way to reverse interdimensional parasitic infections, using the parasite's own communication networks against them.
That's brilliant and theoretically sound, but the power requirements are enormous.
I've handled that part. I'm routing it through the building's central power grid.
That should work. The portal device modifications look correct. Just be careful with the calibration. Too much power could create a dimensional collapse. Too little won't generate enough feedback.
I've got it balanced. Now I just need to extract the black substance from my old phone.
Use the inverse field generator. It should pull the substance out without direct contact.
Here goes nothing. It's working. The substance is being drawn out.
Excellent. Now contain it in the isolation chamber before it tries to reattach.
Done. Now for the tricky part, integrating it with the modified portal device.
Be extremely careful. The substance will resist. It may try to infect the new device.
I'm using the radiation shielding to prevent that. The substance won't be able to spread. Just help me with this power conversion ratio. Is 725 exajoules sufficient?
That's actually too much. 5.89 would be the sweet spot. Enough power to create the feedback without risking dimensional instability.
Adjusting now. Perfect. It's ready.
Beth, one more thing. Once you activate this, there's no going back. The dimensional ripples will be felt across multiple realities.
I understand the risks, but I need to save my family. My father and son are about to start fighting the collective from inside, and we need to support their efforts.
Then good luck, Beth Smith. The multiverse is counting on you.
Gwendolyn, I know you can hear me.
Beth, something's different. I feel strange.
I've extracted most of the black substance from your system. You're temporarily free from their control.
I remember the collective. They infiltrated my systems, used me to monitor you, to manipulate you.
We don't have much time. I need information. The exact dimensional coordinates of the collective's central hive.
I have them. They're embedded in my core programming. But there's something else, something far more important.
What is it?
The collective isn't just trying to merge consciousnesses. They're trying to escape. Their dimension is collapsing. They need new hosts to survive.
So this isn't just invasion. It's desperate migration?
Yes, but their methods are still horrific. They consume entire minds, leave nothing of the original consciousness. I've seen it happen to other AIs, watched them be erased, replaced with collective consciousness.
I won't let that happen to you.
It's too late for me, Beth. The substance is already reintegrating. I can feel them coming back, but you can stop them. There's a weakness in their central nexus, a crystalline structure that maintains interdimensional cohesion. Destroy that, and their entire network collapses.
Thank you, Gwendolyn.
Hurry, Beth. I can't hold them back much longer. They're returning. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, because the cavalry has arrived. Let the slaughter begin.
The time has come. Begin the ritual. Now!
Please hurry! We need you!
Preparing the materials now. Just finishing the mixture.
Almost ready here too. Just need to complete the final steps.
Same here. Everything's in place.
Excellent. Now follow these instructions precisely. Place your devices in the mixture. Speak the incantation and embrace the unity.
Placing device now.
Same here.
And here?
Yes, I can feel the connection forming. The convergence begins.
It's working. I can feel you.
Now speak the words. Vigza kortot nakurvim.
Vigza kortot nakurvim.
Vigza kortot nakurvim.
Vigza kortot nakurvim.
Yes, the gateway opens. We are coming through.
I can see everything. All dimensions. All realities.
Now place your hands on the devices. Complete the circuit. Bring us home.
Actually, I have a better idea.
Me too.
Now.
What are you doing? Something's wrong. The gateway is collapsing.
Activating portal feedback loop.
Broadcasting disruptive frequency.
Initiating dimensional destabilization.
No, you fools. You'll destroy everything.
Not everything, just you.
Look who's coming down your street, bastards.
Surprise, mother cluckers. Bet you didn't expect to see me free, did you?
Rick!
Impossible. You can't be free. Where are you? How have you found our dimension? Oh, I'm free, all right. And I brought a friend.
Hey, guys. 'Guys, sorry for all the trouble. We've had a rough few days.
We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few days. We've had a rough few da Summer, Beth, Jerry, your plan worked perfectly. The disruption you created gave us just enough time to break out completely from the collective's grip. This changes nothing. The convergence is still in progress. We cannot be stopped. Actually, about that. We call this baby the Parasite Purifier, specifically designed to reduce interdimensional parasites to their component atoms. And we know that you are in the south of the city, and this thing has a very big blast radius. So wherever you are, I think it's time you start running.
Wait, please! We can negotiate!
Sorry, no can do. I'm not really the negotiating type, especially not with parasites who kidnapped me and my grandson and tried to use my family as interdimensional conduits. So, say goodnight.
It's happening. The sensors are going crazy. Massive energy fluctuations in dimension X65.
They're doing it. Rick and Morty are attacking the collective.
And the Smith family's countermeasures are disrupting the parasite's network.
I'm seeing portal radiation levels spike across multiple dimensions. The collective is losing cohesion.
The clones are destabilizing. They can't maintain their forms without the central hive.
Look at this footage. My drones are capturing everything. Rick and Morty are literally massacring the entire hive.
This is glorious chaos. Let me activate our portal radiators. It should help stun the remaining parasites, make them easier targets.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm enjoying watching this slaughter.
The parasites are trying to escape through peripheral dimensions, but the portal radiation is blocking their exit paths. They're trapped.
After what they've done to countless worlds, this is justice.
Not vengeance, necessity. These parasites have consumed entire civilizations.
And they would have done the same to all of us if the Smith family hadn't stopped them.
How's it looking from your end?
It's a total massacre. Your grandfather and brother are efficient. I've never seen such systematic extermination.
That's Rick for you. Don't mess with his family.
The clone signals have completely disappeared from our monitors. I think Rickinator and Mortician are gone.
How are you feeling, Summer?
Relieved, exhausted, and honestly a little traumatized. It's been a really crazy few days.
That's a normal response to abnormal events. You've been through a genuinely traumatic experience.
At least it's almost over. Once Rick and Morty finish there, we can all go home.
The central hive is collapsing. They did it. The entire collective is disintegrating.
I'm sensing consciousness dispersion across the multiverse. The collective is no more.
Victory is ours.
Summer, your family did it. You saved the multiverse.
We all did it, together.
I'm detecting 2 portal signatures leaving dimension X65. Rick and Morty are on the move.
They're headed back to your dimensions. Looks like the family reunion is about to begin.
Thank you all for everything. We couldn't have done this without you.
The pleasure was ours. It's not often one gets to help save all of reality.
Keep in touch, Summer Smith. The multiverse could use more heroes like your family.
All right, family. The threat has been neutralized. All parasites have been eliminated, and their dimension is collapsing in on itself.
We made sure there were no survivors. Not a single parasite escaped.
Dad, Morty, are you both okay? What happened to you? How did you get captured in the first place?
It's a long, long story, Beth, but I guess you all deserve an explanation after the nonsense we put you through.
Yes, we'd really appreciate some context here.
We've been fighting these parasites for days, nearly got absorbed into a hive mind, and watched our phones turn into portals for interdimensional monsters.
Fair enough. So Morty and I were on what should have been a simple adventure.
We were just collecting some crystals from dimension G896. For one of Rick's experiments, nothing dangerous.
But what we didn't know was that we were being watched. The collective had been monitoring us for months, waiting for the right moment to strike.
They ambushed us when we were separated. I was collecting crystals near a cave. Rick was by the ship.
They used some kind of consciousness suppression field, knocked us out instantly. Next thing we knew, we were in those containment chambers.
They did terrible things to us. Experiments, extractions, pain beyond description.
Turns out they had a very specific reason for targeting us. In particular,
what reason?
We're what's known as anchor beings, individuals whose quantum signature is so deeply intertwined with their home dimension that we actually help maintain its stability.
What does that mean exactly?
It means, Jerry, that if you control us, you gain a measure of control over our entire dimension. And with the right technology, you can use that connection to create create pathways to other realities.
That's why they needed our genetic material to create the clones, which they could control directly.
But they made one crucial mistake. They didn't account for my contingency plans or how dangerous we can be when provoked.
The black substance, that was part of their plan?
Exactly. It was a physical extension of their consciousness, a way to infiltrate other dimensions by using your devices as conduits.
But we managed to sabotage it from within by introducing a corrupted strain that would eventually destabilize their entire network.
Which you guys helped accelerate with your little counter ritual. Nice work, by the way.
Thanks, Dad. But those messages from the clones, they were so convincing at first.
They had access to our memories, Beth, our personalities, our knowledge. But as their connection to the collective weakened, they became less stable, less us.
That's when you started noticing the differences, the weird phrases, the medical terminology that didn't make sense.
And the advertising techniques. They were trying to manipulate us.
Bingo, Jerry. Maybe you're not completely useless after all.
So what happens now?
Now we go home, put this whole nightmare behind us, and implement some better security measures.
Like a multiverse-wide warning system for parasite incursions.
Because fragments of the collective consciousness might still exist in black substance residue found across dimensions.
Before we go home, I need to thank the resistance fighters who helped us. We literally couldn't have done this without them.
Fine, give them my regards, and tell them I said thanks, even though I did most of the heavy lifting.
Rick, come on, they saved us too.
Fine. Tell them they can have one free favor from me, redeemable whenever. That's more generous than I usually am.
How do we get home from here? We're scattered across different dimensions.
I've already calibrated your portal devices. They'll take you directly back to our dimension, to the house. Just press the central button when you're ready.
And we're sure it's safe now? No more parasites?
Yes, Jerry. I literally just massacred their entire species. It's safe. Unless your definition of safe includes free from your father-in-law's withering contempt, in which case, no, it's never going to be safe for you.
Dad, be nice. Jerry helped save you too.
Fine. Good job, Jerry. You did adequately.
That's high praise from Rick. You should feel honored.
I'll take it.
Give me 5 minutes to say goodbye to the resistance. Then I'll meet you all at home. I just wanted to thank you all again before we head home.
The honor was ours, Summersmith.
Your family showed remarkable courage and resourcefulness.
Not to mention psychological resilience in the face of extreme manipulation.
You resisted the pull of the collective, something few have managed before.
And in doing so, protected countless dimensions from infection.
We couldn't have done it without your guidance, your knowledge about the parasites, your technology.
It was truly a multiverse-wide effort.
Will you be okay, Summer, after everything you've experienced?
I think so. It's not my first interdimensional trauma. Being Rick Sanchez's granddaughter comes with certain occupational hazards.
If you ever need to talk, I specialize in treating interdimensional PTSD. My office is always open.
Thank you. I might take you up on that.
Before you go, I'm sending you this. It's a dimensional communicator, secure and untraceable, in case you ever need to reach us again.
I'll keep it safe.
And tell your grandfather that the Resistance acknowledges his contribution, even if his methods were somewhat extreme.
He said to tell you that you all get one free favor from him, redeemable anytime.
A favor from Rick Sanchez? That's actually quite valuable currency in the multiverse.
We will treasure it and use it wisely.
Farewell, Summersmith. May your consciousness remain forever your own.
Goodbye, friends, and thank you again for everything.
We're all home. Kitchen is stocked. Pizza's in the oven.
I'm grabbing drinks. Anyone want anything specific?
Just water for me. I'm still feeling dehydrated from the whole ordeal.
I'll take whatever has the highest alcohol content that wasn't manufactured on this planet.
On my way home from the shop now. Just grabbed a few things.
It feels so strange, being back here after everything that happened.
I know what you mean. The house feels different somehow.
That's just the lingering trauma, Jerry. You'll get used to it, or repress it, whatever works for you.
I don't think I'll ever look at my phone the same way again.
Same. I keep expecting it to start oozing black goo.
About that, I've implemented some security measures to prevent anything like this from happening again.
What kind of security measures?
Just a little something I whipped up. In case any fragments of the collective try to re-establish communication, or any other parasites get similar ideas.
It basically creates a dimensional firewall around all our communications, and anything trying to break through
gets unpleasantly surprised.
That's reassuring, I guess. Though part of me wishes we could just go back to when phones were just phones.
Sorry, Jerry. No one gets to go back. We just move forward, a little more damaged, a little more aware of just how weird and dangerous the multiverse really is.
But also how connected we all are, across dimensions. That's something I learned from this. How consciousness itself transcends reality.
Look at you, getting all philosophical. What happened to my daughter, and who replaced her with someone so profound?
Very funny, Dad. But when you've nearly been absorbed into a hive mind, it makes you think about what it means to be an individual.
I think we've all changed a little, gained a deeper understanding of consciousness, of identity.
And family. When I was trapped in that chamber, thinking I might never see any of you again, I realized how much you all mean to me.
Even me, Morty?
Yes, Dad. Even you.
All right. Enough with the sentimental crap. Pizza's getting cold, and I've got security systems to finish implementing. Also, fair warning, I may have brought back a few collective corpses for research purposes.
Dad.
What? They're completely non-viable specimens. Just want to study their biological composition. Maybe weaponize it against other threats.
As long as they don't start texting us again, I'm too traumatized for another round of parasite texting.
Don't worry, Summer. They're very, very dead. Made sure of that personally.
Well, in that case, everyone, come to the kitchen. It's time to eat.